La Bastille Fortress. The most notorious prison in Europe. Its patients have their memories confiscated when they check in. These memories are returned when they have served their sentence. Unable to remember their previous lives, La Bastille's prisoners are convinced that there is nothing to escape to. This twisted penal system is directed by Madame, the ferocious governor of La Bastille. Absolute master of their minds, she is the only key to access the servers in the memory confinement center. After my arrest, it was there that I was locked up with the other errorists. Now Edge is sending me back to liberate my comrades and my confiscated memories. I have to admit, the prospect of returning there fills me with hope and dread in equal measure.
Only Madame has access to the Bastille memory servers. Trace the bitch down. Find out how to get them.
So, I thought I'd put up some required reading before this episode, because this episode is very heavy on references to things that are written down in books. But then I thought, no, I can just explain that because I don't think there's much happening in this episode anyway. So here we go. So the set of La Bastille prison is based on an idea codified by Michel Foucault, a French philosopher who wrote a book called Discipline and Punish, and in that he proposed an idea for an ideal prison. So basically what you want to do if you want to build an ideal prison is you build a watchtower in the middle of the prison from where you can watch all the inmates who are locked up in cells around you in rings.
And now you expect me to waltz back in there.
The errorist movement is counting on you, Nilan. You must break into those servers and free their stolen memories. Free your memories. This is where we rise from the ashes and fight back.
So you get to see everyone. You get to see everyone all the time. They have no room to shelter themselves, no room for privacy, and basically they can't help but see your watchtower. They can't exactly see you. I don't know if that's in the book or if that's just how it was implemented in real life, but I think the tower is supposed to have these one-way mirrors as windows. Now, we will get to a point in this mission where we will see how this game plays around with that idea, but for now, all you need to know that the idea that inmates get their memories confiscated and thus have no way of looking at anything but the prison, and the prison wardens, of course, they know who these people are another example of this power imbalance that is inherent in prisons anyway, but in the Panopticon prison that Michel Foucault proposed. And Michel Foucault was big on describing the world as in terms of power imbalances, and so this is the logical conclusion to Foucault's ideas, given you have sense and technology and can in fact extract memories from people. And this kind of shows that the world building Don't Nod Entertainment has done for this game kind of goes beyond what you'd expect for a game that's not an 80-hour RPG like Dark Souls or The Witcher or Dragon Age. I went into this game expecting a brainless sci-fi adventure when I first played it. I have to be honest here. I expected it more to be like dumbed down Blade Runner. And this took me by surprise because I played this game first and then had a lecture where the Panopticon was brought up in university, and then I looked back at this game, and in hindsight I understood what they were going for. It's kind of, it's not really that on the nose that you can get it if you don't know what the Panopticon is, but it's good enough that if you know where to look, you can find it. It's not as obvious as this game tends to be. This section of the game until the very end is actually more subtle than the rest of the game, I think. If you don't count Edge's constant nagging phone calls. Also, I have a hard time believing that Leapers would be able to just infiltrate this prison fortress, this high security prison, when I had problems getting in here. I mean, sure, I didn't see the mines and I died a lot of times. We don't talk about that. But the game has done its best to portray the Leapers as kinda stupid, which is in itself not actually okay, but I think you don't wanna listen to me rage about Leapers anymore, so I just leave it at that. But then how did these sentient zombies, how did they get in the prison? And we'll see that they can't be inmates because the inmates are actually doing fine. They're actually doing better than the Leapers because they can't abuse their sense and technology because, well, they're in prison. They probably don't even remember how to use their sensen.
Drone destroyed by Leapers. That must have been some battle.
I wouldn't stand a chance against one of those machines.
There's an idea. See if you can't recover the detection module in this broken drone. Lucky you. Your Sensen can now indicate any drone captors you might come across. Very handy.
Remember when I said it was kinda dumb that Bad Request didn't give us his detection module for the drones? Well, we don't need it anymore. We've got our own, and it's gonna be better than his, it's gonna be cooler than his, and I'm gonna paint it red because that makes it go faster. So suck it, Bad Request. Yeah, welcome back to Avoiding Drones. If you've missed it, good for you. If you didn't, well, it's back.